All right, sentence corrections. First thing we do is go right to the underlined portion and identify what is being tested. Here in this question, I see water as a, and that tells me comparisons. And when we're dealing with comparisons, the first thing we want to know is whether or not what is being compared makes sense logically. The two things that are being compared, can they be compared? Sometimes in the GMAT they might have something like Michael Jackson's career, blah 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 blah, as compared to Prince. So we're comparing a career to a person, and that doesn't make sense logically. It has to be a person to a person, a career to a career, a book to a book. That has to make sense when we're talking about comparisons. The second thing we want to watch out for is the structure of the sentence. When we're comparing one thing, is it in the same format, in the same framework as when we compare to the other? So those are the two things we want to watch out for. And in this question, we have Galileo was convinced that natural phenomena as manifestations of the laws of physics would appear the same to someone on the deck of a ship moving smoothly and uniformly through the water as a person standing on land. Okay, so that as is comparison. What are we comparing? Galileo was convinced that natural phenomena. Are we comparing phenomena, or are we comparing how the phenomena would appear? I think that's what we're comparing. So the appearance of the phenomena to someone standing on the deck of a ship compared to someone standing on land would appear the same. That's what this is saying. As it stands now, it says Galileo was convinced that natural phenomena would appear the same to someone on the deck of a ship moving smoothly and uniformly through the water as a person standing on land. So the way the sentence is written sounds like the natural phenomena would appear as a person standing on land. And that's not what we're doing here. We're comparing how it would appear to someone standing on the deck to a person standing on land. And B clearly does that. It says, Galileo was convinced that natural phenomena would appear the same to someone on the deck of a ship moving smoothly and uniformly through the water as to a person standing on land. So it would appear the same to someone on the ship as to a person on land. It makes sense. We're talking about someone on a ship and a person on land, and the structure is the same. The same to someone as to a person, right? That makes sense. It's structured uniformly. So that is why B is the answer. The other answer choices kind of make a fragment, and they use pronouns that are ambiguous in terms of what they're referring to. So watch out for those as well.